Hello, everyone. This is my first YouTube. My name is Troy. I'm creating this just to help get a better understanding of this lifestyle that I'm choosing, which is the carnivore lifestyle. Personally, this is not the first time I've actually experimented with this. This is the first time I actually experimented with it successfully was back in 2022 from February all the way to October. Personally, I was from about fourth or fifth grade. I actually was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that led to juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. I found this lifestyle through watching Jordan Peterson. I actually used to really love watching his lectures, anything on doing in psychology, especially during my time as a college student. Then when he came across uh, the Joe Rogan podcast talking about the carnivore diet, how he ate about it, but mainly when he talked about his daughter. That actually really resonated with me because she has autoimmune disease, she had juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, and the more I dove into this and studied more of it, watched more videos here on YouTube, um, the more it started to make more sense, especially with my college thesis when it came to Navajo traditional hunting practices. Personally, I am Navajo. That's why the channel is called Navajo Carnivore. I Due to that we have, especially Navajo people, Native American people have slowly moved away from traditional hunting practices as well as the eating of game meat such as deer, elk, more leaner meats of that nature. So just seeing that experience, especially that diet was drastically changed. It's not something new. This is actually sorry, other way around. This is actually drastically new to Native American people because it wasn't until 100 years ago their diet was completely different than currently modern. So within 3 generations, it's completely changed how my grandparents used to eat. My great grandparents used to eat all the way till now. um, so learning through Jordan Peterson and his daughter Michaela, I did many different attempts. They all failed. Then my first successful one was back in 2022. Um, I probably never felt greater in my life. I actually lost around that time between 60 and 70 pounds, but I fell off shortly after um, indulging in carb foods as a reward for myself. And I thought, I could change that, but once I'm an indulger, so once I was able to have carbs again, it drastically changed me. I craved it. Uh, so now I made the decision to this is going to be my another real chance. I've actually attempted this 3 times since October. It's been a full year. So I was like, okay, I fell off. Then it's time to get back on track. No more excuses. But there's some more things I'm actually gonna be trying differently with this diet or this lifestyle. I don't really like using the word diet because I've seen many people talk about utilizing the word diet and it actually felt correct. It is something that a lifestyle, more of a lifestyle, because I wanted something good to come out of it. Not that I feel like I'm being suffocated, something I'm being restricted off of, but something I can actually feel free doing. Sorry about that. My recording um, cut off, so I had to re-record it. Um, but as well as I just want to state, this is my first video, so there's going to be experiencing some um, issues, which I'll work out. Sorry about the background. It's really generic, but I'm trying to create a space in my apartment for future videos because I do want to make a daily, not daily, sorry, weekly, you know, schedule of posting up. The reason why I created this channel and to post it is to kind of help track for myself um, my progression with it because I didn't do that before. I think that's where it really hesitated with me. Um, so that's what I want to do. But as well as if it can help people, that's great. But as well as just to let you know, just to be clear, I am not a medical professional. I am not anything of nutrition coach or anything. I am just a person that just wants to share their experiences as well as my research when it came to eating meat. Um, just my personal research, but I think and some things I've actually did in my college thesis. But as well as it helps me uh, get out of my shell to actually be in front of the camera um, personally, especially pictures. I want to show the progression of having how I look throughout this this lifestyle. Because personally, I never liked pictures of myself. I always found that weird. As well as it probably really had to deal with the self-esteem of me if I've always been a bigger person. So that's why I also want to do. Um, just to give some background, uh, I do have autoimmune disease as well as rheumatoid arthritis when I was diagnosed from back in fourth, fifth grade. At the time, it was just constant sprained ankles, constant swelling of the joints, until it wasn't years later that I finally was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and um, autoimmune disease. It actually caused a lot of actual health problems because it started one example is my left foot is actually currently fused together because the autoimmune disease actually destroyed the cartilage in my bone. So they actually had to fuse all the bones around my ankle to my ankle. I also kind of have had to be on a bunch of different medications for pain. Like one example is methotrexate I had to take. There's a few ones I've stopped taking them about a decade ago. I just kind of got tired of them personally, but I do take a twice a week um, Humira injection every 2 weeks to help. But I've gotten to the point where like I needed it every 2 weeks to the point where I can go a month. But when I was on the carnivore, it actually went away that I didn't actually need it. It wasn't until I fell off that I started to need that again with the constant flare ups and the pain, as well as I have many different issues of depression, anxiety. Um, one example is a function, I believe it's called functioning depression, where I can still do everything fine. I can still go to work. I can still do everything. Thankfully, I'm not. It doesn't affect me to where I'm like in that I can't go outside or go do things. Thankfully, it's not that I'm still functioning, but still has issues of that. So I just kind of want to share that, and this kind of video helps get that out there. You know, it opens me up to that, as well as when I can look back at it, that why am I making these changes? So, um, when I first started Carnivore, I tried a few different times. It just didn't work. Um, then in February of 2022, I I stuck with it. I felt great, but I see a bunch of videos during the time, a lot of more videos I kind of share, and I think that's great because when I first tried to start this years ago, there wasn't that many creators doing it. The one I mainly knew was Michaela Peterson and her lion diet, but that just was too restrictive for me. Maybe I might try that. I've always wanted to kind of like start here, then try that because I do enjoy beef, chicken, other things like that. I just don't want to just eat nothing but red meat. And there are some changes to this new one. Currently I am on 9 days of it. I'm still experiencing trouble sleeping. Trying to get my energy levels up. It's just that stage to go through ketosis. I know I've experienced this before, so I know it's nothing alarming. Thankfully, it's not a shock to my system. As well as I am used to always having 2 meals, 2 full meals. But the main issue I had when a high carb diet was or lifestyle was, um, I was snacked. Then I always ate a full meal, snacked, possibly snacked again, ate dinner, and then snacked again. So that wasn't great. But the currently I'm 329 pounds. That's pretty much has always been around my cap. Is around the 330. Has always been around my cap. I have not really known myself to go actually higher than that. But a big turnaround was earlier this year in February and March that I actually had to get a blood drawn, and then the the doctor actually stated that I was pre-diabetic. Um, I had to take some medications for that to try to get it control. But that was when I was working 2 jobs. I was tired. I mainly ate out. You know, um, when was on the carnivore, I dropped 60 to 70 pounds. Um, I'm I I'm basically just gained all that weight back. I was a 3x. I actually went down to a 2x. It was slowly getting into the 1x. My pant size was 42. It went down to 38 waist size. Um, but this time, I'm making changes, and I really want to incorporate those changes. One example is I used to always have spices with my food, on my steaks and stuff like that. I've actually cut those out um, recently. For the first like 5 days of this, I actually was still utilizing it, but then I cut it out. Same, it was hot sauce was Frank's Red Hot. I've actually seen people actually eat that and be fine. That's how I was successful on the first attempt because it does have no sugar, no carbs. It's just, but recently I've been trying to incorporate that again, but I've actually been getting acid reflux from it, so I actually stopped that. Coffee, I stopped completely. Thankfully, that's something I've always been able to stop and regain again. Um, but tea, I still drink tea and water and sparkling water. That's pretty much all it. For like the first 4 days. All right, sorry about that. That was just technical difficulties again. I had to stop and re-record again. But going back to the first 4 days, I did drink um, more of the ice sparkling water, the flavored drinks. Um, the first time at Carnivore, I used that for like the first month, and but eventually, the more I started to eat meat, my body actually naturally rejected that. It did not like it. It did not want it. Um, but this time, I actually stopped in the first 4 days. One of the key things is I want to try something different. Is a more fat diet. So, one of the content creators I do love watching is Steak and Butter Gal. Her big spiel is on eating butter, like whole sticks of butter. Um, I never thought of trying that whatsoever, but this time I was like, hey, let me try it. Let me try something different. So actually, this is the fifth day I actually started trying that. So 4 days after my start of carnivore. Um, the big thing on that one was I had to get used to it, but overall, my energy level was up. Um, my need to start the need for like that kind of flavored drink went away. Um, but the key thing is I want to try that because the first time during the other carnivore stage I was in, I did not exercise. I didn't go to the gym or anything like that. Because every time I tried to do that, I noticed I had low energy to do that. So I just ate enough to sustain me to do my everyday activities and everything to feel energized and feel great. So I'm hoping that with adding more fat will create more energy, and so I'm able to go to the gym more. But we'll see how that is. It's something again. It's just something I want to try for myself. Again, I just want to share. I, I don't. I don't plan to share. How do I put? I don't plan to keep to make a whole career out of this or anything. I just want to share my experiences as well as helping other people. That's all I want to do. As well as this video is also more of an accountability for myself. Um, I also love reading people's stuff. That's why I love going to different content creators and just reading the comments and seeing how it changes people's lives. It's more of inspiration for myself as well. Um, but there's more things I do want to try out to get out of my shell. For example, I am an introvert as well. This helps me get out in front of the camera to talk to people, to be more out there on the internet. But yeah, thank you very much for watching my first video. I'm trying to make this a weekly thing just to see where I'm at. I probably won't weigh myself until the 30 days. That's just something I want to do. I try to want to make something as well as probably show before and after. I did take before pictures before this time, and hopefully afterwards, as well as to actually um, see where my weight is, as well as that's also incorporating me going to the gym and working out this time around. Another is just to be more active with social media because again, same thing. I never really did that myself, but if you do want to follow my Instagram, all right now I'm just posting is what I'm eating and butter sticks. That's all I'm pretty much posting right now. But if you want to like follow me on my social media, I will start making more videos on there just to share my everyday life there. It's at Navajo Carnivore on Instagram for now. But thank you. Thank you for watching my first video. Um, you can like, comment, subscribe, completely up to you. But I would like to hear other people's start with this, and I think this is one of the key things is I was the only one in my friend group and my family that is doing this. So like I didn't have a support system to try to get through this. Um, I think interacting with other people that are carnivore will actually really help me to try to also keep me accountable as well. But yeah, I just don't want to go too long, make the video too long. But kind of get the gist of it. I will explain more in later videos. But all right, thank you very much for watching. Um, hope you have a good day. May your home be better than when you left it.